Some motherboards have an auto overclock, which is intended strictly for gaming, right? It's not intended for doing any actual work because of the risks involved. You may find that your system gets a lot louder, and you may find at the end of the day, no matter how fast the game runs, your gaming skills are not any better than they were. I can go to the store and I can buy some really nice pots and pans, but that doesn't make me a better chef. I can buy a nice Yamaha piano, but I'm not going to be playing Mozart any better than I can play it. What's interesting to me is I can watch a 12-year-old kid with a 5-year-old computer in Fortnite kick the butt, literally just kick it, of an older person with money who is trying to buy their gaming skills. So, putting this emphasis on performance, extreme performance, as if it will make you a better gamer, if you want to believe that, if you find some difference in your gaming performance, I would struggle to know how that matters in reality. In other words, if you're like, oh, well, the screen looks smoother to me, I would really question how the screen looked before. Like everybody else is playing with those settings. Why is it not good enough for you? Was there something wrong? Do you need your eyes checked? Or you know you're playing online, right? And the latency online is something to be concerned about. Latency is life or death. How fast your screen refreshes, not so much. Maybe if you're playing offline, maybe. I doubt it though. I really don't think so. If you know how to play your game and you're playing with reasonable hardware, which doesn't take much these days, if you got a system 5-6 years old, you should be able to play at 1080, at least 1080, with no problems. And now if you want to start cranking up everything and going up to 4K, you have to understand that that's hurting you when you go online. There was a recent thing in the news, and I thought this was fascinating, about this gaming tournament and how this kid, this 16-year-old kid, won $1 million in a gaming tournament. And that's all everybody's talking about. But you know what I can't find? I can't find the specifications of the machines that the gamers in the tournament were required to play. Why do you suppose that is? Why didn't they tell us what CPU, what processor? Why didn't they tell us what version of Windows? And why didn't they tell us which keyboard and mouse they were using? Why did they not tell us if they were home-built computers or Dells or other pre-builts? Why was the information completely omitted from every news article on the gaming tournament? And I would very much like to speak and interview with somebody who participated in the gaming tournament as to what exactly they were gaming on, because I can pretty much promise you it was not the latest and greatest CPU from Intel or AMD, nor was it overclocked. I can guarantee it was never overclocked. So all the players have to play on reliable machines that are all equal and the same. What were they? These are the people that are playing professionally. Why is nobody asking this question but me? I suspect they don't want you to know. They want you to, they being the manufacturers who sponsor the events, want you to buy their most expensive products. And when they add RGB to it, when they add liquid cooling to it, when they add the ability to overclock to it, they add significant profit margin. Significant. But when you find out that the gamers themselves on the machines they were playing weren't the gamers' computers, that's not allowed. You can't win the gaming tournament because you have a better computer. You have to be a better player. So like NASCAR, all the cars have the same requirements. It's the drivers that make the difference, and the mechanics, quite frankly. But as far as the size of the gas tank and the size of the engine and the weight, maximum weight of the car, all of that is the same. So it comes down to how good is your pit crew and how good of a driver are you if everything's working the way it should. You can't just spend money and buy your way to the win. Not in NASCAR. And likewise, when it's real gaming and tournament gaming, if you're like dreaming one day you can be a cyber athlete, you've got to learn to be able to play on other machines besides your own. If the only guitar you know how to play is the one you own, and you can't play any other guitar, in my opinion, you're not a guitarist. But that's just my opinion. And buying a more expensive guitar won't make you a better guitar player. It might encourage you more, right? You might have a fancy guitar. You'd be like, oh, I want to play with that today. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's the work you put into it. And what you put in is what you get out. And I'm talking about good old-fashioned effort, not money. Money will only get you this far, at least in gaming.